expecting to live free by suing and whining pointlessly to having the time of your life with your ex are no limits to the audacity of a Karen, but watch them get their handed over to them by the right judges in today's video. First of all, let's take a look at this Karen who turned into the Caucasian Hulk when the judge didn't put up with her drama, but looks like even the Caucasian Hulk isn't above the law.
Personal life is your business, John. It has nothing to do with
Miss Hardwick.
No.
You will be held in contempt of this court if you become disruptive.
I don't care. I haven't done anything to this court. I haven't done anything to him.
She'll be arrested for contempt of the court.
It doesn't make any difference.
You will serve 10 days for contempt of court. Go now.
Get off of me!
And here we have this little miss, I don't like this dude, so I'll involve the court in it, even though he's done nothing wrong. But boy, oh boy, did she pay the price for it.
Find the case of Nicoletti versus Stevens, case number 0672178-2PH.
May it please the court, Your Honor. Paul Nicoletti appearing on behalf of myself.
Good afternoon, Judge. Karen Stevens in pro per for my motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
I'm sorry, on this what?
I have a motion for sanctions against...
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed a PPO.
His petition for a PPO. Let me...
Okay, were you served?
No, I wasn't, but may...
No, you may not. How can you ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served?
That's the point.
Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking, ma'am.
I have a constitutional right to be heard.
On what basis? There is no case before me, ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion, taking up this court's time for no good reason other than your own personal vendetta against this man for whatever reason you may have, and I really don't care because it does not involve me or my court. However, had I issued a PPO, you would have a basis to be before me. I did not issue a PPO. He did not pursue his right to a hearing on the PPO. You were never served, and here you are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500.
Contempt of court for 93 days? All because she wasn't willing to say yes or no? Oh, this blondie asked for it. Very few things are as satisfying as seeing a Karen get served.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? I would like to call... Ma'am, stop. I know you want to control this room, but this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom, and you will answer my questions. Stop. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no? Are you going to tell the truth? All right, I'll take that as silence. I understand her attorney is on here. Where is her attorney? Please don't be again, say anything again without telling me you're going to tell the truth, and I will hold you in contempt of court for 93 days.
Pay for your lavish lifestyle with your ex-boyfriend is a level of spinelessness only a Karen can show. But lucky for us, this judge didn't get intimidated by the hideous Bob and served her right.
24-year-old Thomas Matthews is suing his ex-fiancée, 29-year-old Janice Hadsall, for the return of the engagement ring. Janice claims she sold the ring to pay bills.
Mr. Matthews, according to your complaint, you and the defendant became engaged.
Yes,
ma'am. You bought her a ring. You were supposed to move into a new townhouse.
Yes.
So far, that's correct. Is that right?
No. Thomas and I had never gotten engaged.
According to your complaint, you bought her an engagement ring.
Yes.
And you wanted to move into a townhouse. In order to do that, you had to break your lease. And you paid the bills to do that, to break the lease.
Yes.
So that you could move into this new townhouse together.
Yes.
After you paid those bills, you found out that Miss Hadsall was sort of friendly with her ex-husband again. Are you now living in the townhouse, sir?
Yes.
and is living in the townhouse with the ex-husband, which was facilitated through your paying the bills to get her out of her old lease.
Correct.
That's
So
not
you
true.
want two things. You want the engagement ring back, and you want the bills that you paid.
Yes.
Let's talk about the ring first.
Okay.
You have it?
No, I don't.
Where is it?
Well, when Thomas and I was supposed to move in the townhome, he agreed to help me with the bills and the utilities and stuff like that. When he and I had split up or broken up, that I had to sell not only that ring, but some other items that I had for
I don't believe
my
you.
bills.
I think you're a liar. I think you just didn't bring it because you didn't want to give it to me. That's what I think. How much was the ring?
$2,069.56.
Describe it to me.
It was white gold. I believe it was a carat and a half.
You have the bill for it?
Yes.
Well, that's what Kay Jewelers calls it, an engagement ring. And Kay Jewelers doesn't lie.
Personally, we think the judge went a bit easy on her. We'd have done a lot more than calling her a not nice person.
We had talked about, before we move into the townhome, possibly getting back together. The day after he told me to meet him at the apartment, that he had a gift for me. When he showed up at my place, he gave me the ring. And I told him, you do understand that we just got back together, that we're not getting engaged? He said, that's fine. He had asked me, when do you think would be a good time to get engaged? And I told him, not even for a year now.
You're
And he
not a
said that
nice
was
person.
fine.
You're not a nice person. Because whether you said it or not, bottom line is, you're old enough to know what an engagement ring looks like. And if you accept it, and if later you go back to your ex-husband, you be a nice person, and you give him back his ring so he doesn't feel like a fool. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Y'all might want to sit back with some popcorn for this one, because the judge seemed to have a no bullshit rule that is acceptable to all, Karen or not.
We have this other case for driving a license suspended, and
yes, I actually was, if I could be heard on that matter, I was going to ask.
Before you go there, I want to be enlightened. I didn't think your license got suspended for 6 months just for getting arrested for a DUI.
It was a mistake, admittedly, by Michael Wagner, who testified to that today.
He caused her to have her driver's license suspended for at least a few months, and now you're arrested.
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
For nothing. Yeah. So you're going to no process that case? Or am I going to get mad at you today?
Perhaps you can get mad at me, Your Honor, but at this point,
Wait a
the only
minute.
thing that we're willing
Did you
to
hear
do,
the
Your Honor,
uncontroverted testimony of this officer?
Your Honor,
Yeah.
regardless of...
Tell me your position.
Yes, Your Honor. The DMV is in charge of suspending licenses.
Yeah,
They
when
receive the ticket from
officers
the
lie to
officer.
them,
Correct, Your Honor, and that's why Patriot...
then I want you taking him up on perjury.
Your Honor.
Will you take him up for perjury?
He admitted it was a mistake, Your Honor.
No, but he lied. He lied on a sworn
Absolutely not,
citation.
Your Honor, and that is not true.
I'm dismissing.
The state's position.
I'm dismissing.
You cannot summarily dismiss,
I
Your
am
Honor, without
I am
a motion for
dismissing
us to be
this
able to
charge.
respond to.
No, I'm dismissing the charge. You can appeal.
We will, Your Honor. Please provide us a written order.
No, I'm dismissing the charge.
So there will be no court minutes or whatsoever.
Sua sponte, based upon this record. And that case has the same record as this case. So take it up on appeal with him lying about it and getting
It's
her
not lying,
license
Your Honor,
suspended.
and I won't let that be said today. He admitted to the mistake today. Patrons and people who have identifications and driver's licenses in the state of Florida have to keep their address on file. The state intends to amend the charge and proceed on no valid.
I'm rescinding the sentence. I'm granting the JOA.
Love the determination the judge has. No matter how many times the Karen tries to object, the man refuses to budge.
So you're granting it because you don't agree with the state's decision on the other
I'm
charge?
granting JOA in fairness.
In fairness, because you don't like the state's decision today, Your Honor, on the case?
No, you're not. No, I've reconsidered all of the testimony and the evidence. And you know, now
Then the
that I
state would
consider,
like to be heard on
now
that
that I
matter.
consider what Officer Wagner testified to and how many times he basically tripped over himself unnecessarily just to arrest this lady with no real probable cause. We should have had a suppression hearing. I'm granting the motion for JOA.
Then the state would like to be heard on that matter, Your Honor, as they're entitled to be heard.
Sure.
Today we've proven, as Your Honor initially indicated, until such time as the state was not able to tell you why we were proceeding on the charge that we were proceeding on, the state intended to amend that to either a civil infraction and or a no valid, but the state needed time and intended to do that. However, in this particular case, there was ample testimony as to the fact that the defendant's own statement that she was in possession of alcohol and she drank it. There was testimony uncontroverted from the defendant that was in fact alcohol and she normally doesn't. This is again evidence, direct evidence, and not circumstantial evidence. Furthermore, there was bad decision making, there was balance, there was sway issues, and everything else.
JOA for the defendant. You're done. But you still have this other criminal charge. I'm not dismissing that. The DeWillis, we're going to go full bore. We'll get DMV people in here. We'll get Officer Wagner back here, and we'll find out why your license was suspended if somebody broke the law to cause your license to be suspended. And that's the route you wanted to go.
No, Your Honor, that's not the route.
Is that another case on your docket? I
Yes,
heard that
it is
was on
on
your
my
docket. In both. Okay, I just wanted to make
We'll
sure.
see where that goes.
Okay.
Motion, the JOA is granted.
Your Honor, I believe it would be judgment notwithstanding a verdict.
Judgment notwithstanding. JOA.
And you're not going to provide a written order on that?
Nope. It's in the minutes. Want to appeal me?
Click on one of the videos on your screen right now.